a child's pose. Keep my socks off here. Let's get started in a child's pose. We'll bring knees nice and wide, big toes to touch, and walk your hands out about shoulder width distance. And before folding forward, I would take a big long breath in. Right away, using the breath to move the body, exhale, walk the palms forward, and allow the forehead to come to rest down on the mat. If this is feeling tense in the shoulders at all, you can bring the arms wider. Or if it feels good, you can bring the arms alongside the body, fingers pointing back toward the back edge of your mat, like a tiny little seed. And right away, we're just going to take a few moments to really presence ourselves to this space. Give yourself full permission to be here right now. Feel the body soften down onto the mat. Feel different parts of the body softening, like shoulders sinking down, hips sinking back. The tongue inside the mouth falls away from the roof. The jaw softens. Eyeballs soften. And without any effort to fix or change anything, just begin to notice the breath. Where in the lungs is each inhale pausing? Where in the body is expanding and contracting as you breathe? Continuing to stay soft through the face and the hips. Let go of any moments that have come before this one. Let go of any moments to come after. Begin to expand both the breath in and the breath out. Maybe gently contracting the back of the throat, coming into an Ujjayi breath. If Ujjayi breath isn't part of your practice, it's a really similar sensation in the back of your throat to if you were whispering or fogging up a mirror. So if you'd like to practice, we'll take a big breath in through the nose, and we'll open up the mouth and fog up an imaginary mirror on the bottom of your mat. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth. Full breath in. This time with lips sealed, but same sound, same contraction. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, we'll flip palms to the sky. This intention can be anything. It can be a word or a phrase, a dedication, maybe to someone else or to yourself. It can be a feeling. Take a full, deep Ujjayi breath in. And exhale, reverse the palms back down to the floor. Notice the feet. We're going to take the top of the left foot onto the bottom of the right foot, so the feet are crossed underneath you. Inhale here. And as we exhale, walk the palms all the way to the right, off the edge of the mat. Forehead still down, Ujjayi breath deep. Stay here or walk the left fingers a little bit farther forward. And then intentionally send the left hip back towards the heels. Opening up across the left shoulder all the way through the left side body. Stay soft through both shoulders, space between the ears. One more deep breath in. Deep exhale, sending the hips back. On our inhale, walk back through center, pause here. Unhook the feet, putting opposite foot on top. Inhale. And as we exhale, walk the hands to the left. Right fingers maybe crawl forward just a tiny bit, and then intentionally send that right hip back to the heels. Create space between the ears and the tops of the shoulders by wrapping the upper arms away from your center line. Soft through the face, soft through the jaw. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale back to center. From here, we're going to walk the fingers all the way forward, stacking hips right over the knees. If you have a block or a pillow available, this is a really nice place for one if you've got tight shoulders. Walk the hands nice and wide, and we're going to bring the chest down towards the floor, coming into puppy pose. So this might feel pretty intense. You can bring the hands as wide as you need to. Make sure you're taking full breaths in. Then really emptying the lungs all the way out at the bottom of that exhale. As your shoulders start to open more here, you can just really tiny little crawling the thumbs towards one another. One more full breath in. Full expansive breath out. On the inhale, crawl the heart forward, coming all the way onto the belly, arms in the shape of a number 11. Elbows directly beneath the shoulders, palms spread wide, rooting the palms down into the floor. Notice all 10 toes rooting into the earth as well. From here, just notice what's happening to the shoulders. So with no effort, you might kind of end up crunching. We're going to roll the shoulders back and press the forearms down. Reach the heart forward, thinking length from like the top of the sternum all the way to the top of the hips. Draw the chin in towards the throat gently, full deep inhale. Full exhale. From here, we're going to take our right palm, slide it behind the left elbow, all the way over off the edge of the mat. Left palm is going to crawl to the opposite edge, so we're making a letter X with the arms. Inhale, staying just like this. And as we exhale, slowly begin to deepen, folding forward slightly. Stay rooting through those 10 toes. Full deep Ujjayi breath. Notice what's going on with the eyes. Try to find a fixed point. Really fixing the energy, fixing the mind. Bringing all of your thoughts and sensations to the breath in the body. One more inhale. Full breath out. As we inhale, we're going to come out the same way we came in. Left forearm to the floor, right palm comes out. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, pause. Root down through the right forearm. Left hand's going to slide behind the right elbow, coming all the way off the edge of the mat. Right palm to the opposite side. Inhale here. Exhale, gently fold. Give yourself full permission to be here now. There's no other place to be. There's nothing to change, nothing to fix. Settling in with the breath in the body. Next, inhale, walk right forearm back. Left arm unwinds. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, chest to the floor. Walk the palms back, fingertips right underneath the shoulders. Hook the toes. Inhale, heart forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, lead with hips. Downward facing dog. Taking it nice and slow, bringing any movement that feels really good for you here. Walking out through the heels. Nodding the head. Maybe shaking the head from side to side. Just breathing into any spaces that feel sticky or stuck. Eventually finding stillness. Take a moment to find your alignment here. Feet are about hip bones distance wide, toes spread, rooting down through the pads of the feet. Peek at the hands, they're about shoulder width distance. Middle fingers pointing slightly towards the front two corners of the mat. Rotate your elbows wide, So you're making like bending your elbows out to the sides. Now wrap your elbows in. And this is what we want, is our elbows wrapping in to bring our shoulder blades together and down. Press all the weight behind the thumb and the first finger. Soften the knees and set the tailbone high and wide to where the ceiling meets the wall behind you. The goal of our downward facing dog is a really nice long spine rather than straight legs. Full breath in. Open mouth sigh. Inhale, rise up onto tippy toes. Noticing which foot you start with, begin to take teeny tiny little baby steps to the front of your mat. Really using your breath to flow the body forward. There's no rush here, just continuing to notice the sensations of the body. Eventually arriving at the top edge of your mat, we're going to inhale to lift halfway, fingers on the earth, the shins or the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. The back of the neck is completely soft. No effort at all in the shoulders. Stay here with hands draping onto the floor. You can catch opposite elbows. If you always catch the same elbow in front, maybe switch it up today, bringing the other elbow forward. Stay here in stillness or allow the body to rock from side to side. So the body's swaying. Completely soft in the jaw. Staying deep in the breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, release elbows if you've caught them. Notice the space behind the big toes press into the floor. The space behind the pinky toes presses into the earth. Both sides of both heels roots down, so the feet are really pressing into the mat. Notice that engages the hamstrings and the glutes. Low belly draws in, exhale. As we inhale, begin to roll the body up, really nice and slowly, using the inhale to rise. Stacking knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Eventually arriving at the top, roll the shoulders way up around the ears, all the way back and down. Lift all 10 toes up off the mat, fan them wide and spread them back down. Send the tailbone down towards the floor, long, low spine. Fixed eyes. Deep breath. Full breath in. Full breath out. First variation is Sun A. Inhale, fingers reach high. Exhale, thumbs through heart, soft knees as we forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine, crown of head and the tailbone reach away. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high push up. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, drop the knees. Elbows reach back like grasshopper legs, drop the chest and chin. Inhale, heart forward, low ribs to the floor, shoulders reach back, chin draws in, inhale. Exhale through hands and knees, hook toes, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Continuing to bring any movement that feels really nice for you, walking out the heels. Nodding the head, yes. Yes for our presence to the intentions we've set for our practice today. Shaking the head from side to side. Completely letting go of anything that's not serving you in this moment. Inhale, rising up onto tippy toes, starting with the opposite foot. Take little tiny baby steps to the front edge of your mat. Continuing to use breath to move the body. Eventually arriving at the top, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down through all 4 corners of both feet, arms wide. Inhale, reverse swan dive, fingers reach. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high push up. If knees, chest, chin works for you, stick with that. Otherwise, we're going to come forward onto tippy toes. Option to bring the knees down as we lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, heart forward, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lead with hips, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Last breath in. Exhale, soften the knees. Gaze forward, either walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring the big toes to touch with the heels slightly parted. Bend the knees deeply and lift the hands, Utkatasana. Cactus the arms here, lifting the heart. Notice what's happening to the tailbone. If you've got a big curve in your low spine, you're going to send the tailbone down to the floor and rock the weight back into the heels. Like you're pressing your shins back. Soften the front ribs together and down. Full inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe the right foot a little wide, bringing the feet hip bones distance. Place the left hand directly beneath the face. Bend the left knee deeply and inhale, reach right fingers to the sky. Inhale, shoulders wrap away from the ears. Reverse the top palm. Exhale, top of or back of the top hand to the inner left thigh, or just onto the sacrum on the back. Reaching the right shoulder open and back. Inhale here, weight even through both feet. Exhale, release left ear towards the shoulder. Always using breath to move. Even when we're still, breath to flow. Deepen your inhales. Exhale. Release the top hand. Inhale, fingers to the sky. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Lengthen both legs. Bend the right knee, right palm directly beneath the face. Left fingers to the sky. Feel the weight through both feet. Feel the left shoulder wrap open and back. Right shoulder reaches away from the ear. Reverse the top palm, bringing the back of the top hand to the low spine. If it's available, walk the fingers over more, maybe hooking to the inner right thigh. Inhale, think length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And as we exhale, gently release the right ear to the right shoulder. Nice and slow, moving with breath. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out, opening the left shoulder more. Inhale, release the fingertips if you've hooked them. Fingertips reach high. And exhale, both palms to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the palms, step back. Flow through your vinyasa, exhaling high to low. Inhaling, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Drop the back heel. Before moving anywhere, feel the outer edge of that back foot root into the floor. Press the front foot down, so equal weight through both feet. And on the inhale, reach fingers high. Keep that connection to the outer edge of the back foot and heel toe the right foot wider. Inhale, lift the heart, fingers expand. As we exhale, hinge forward, fingertips swim back. Think wide open space across the collarbone. Inhale, fingers reach, maybe lean back, tiny baby back bend. Exhale, fingers swim back. Rooting down evenly through both feet, last breath in. Exhale, hinge. As we inhale this time, left palm wraps all the way around, peeling open, hero two. Readjust the feet, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Soften the tailbone, soften the front ribs together and down. Weight even through both feet. Inhale, reach right fingers forward. Exhale, reverse your hero. Right fingers reach directly to the sky or reach up and back. Left hand on back thigh, back shin, or maybe wrapping around, catching that inner right thigh one more time. Inhale here. And as we exhale, cartwheel both hands down. High to low. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Breathe in, left leg high. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Drop the back heel. Outer edge of back foot rooting into the floor. Inhale, fingers reach to the sky. Feel both feet plug in as we inhale, reach fingers long through the side body. Exhale, hinge forward, fingers reach back. Wide open from shoulder head to shoulder head. Inhale, fingers reach high. Maybe tiny baby back bend at the top. Exhale, hinge and reach. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach. This time as we inhale, right palm swims all the way open. Hero two, readjusting the feet as needed. Heel to heel or heel to arch. Back foot is at like 3 o'clock, front foot is at 12. Space between ears and shoulders. Tailbone roots down towards the floor, front ribs knit together. More breath. Soften the eyes. Flip the front palm, reverse your hero. Left fingers reach to the sky, maybe directly up or maybe reaching open and back. Back hand on the back thigh or back shin or maybe wrapping around. One more breath in. And as we exhale, cartwheel both hands down. Flowing through your vinyasa are always option to skip it. Coming straight to downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, gaze forward, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Big toes to touch, bend the knees, rise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, sit low. Pour all the weight into the left foot. Take the right ankle across the left knee. Now we're going to be spending a little bit of time here and I'm going to give you some options. Option one is to stay just like this, bringing hands to heart. Eventually maybe resting the hips back slightly, coming into a nice outer hip opener. Second option is to walk this right foot all the way into the hip crease here, coming into like a half lotus, and then bending the knees. Again, hands come to hips. Either with ankle to knee or ankle into hip crease, you can begin to bend the knee more, eventually bringing the fingers to the floor. Here's the next option. You can stay just like this, nice hip opener, or we're going to come up onto the tippy toe of the standing foot, bending that knee. Now before going any further, and I'm not claiming to be an expert at this, so do as I say, not as I do. We're going to eventually release the fingers from the floor, coming to a balance. The trick here is strong core, fixed eyes for 3, 2, 1. Eventually coming out the way we came, Fingertips back to the floor, extending the left knee, inhaling to rise. Release both knees long and give them a little shake. Big toes to touch, inhale, fingers high. Exhale, hips back. Left knee to left ankle, palms to heart. So get strong here before you're thinking ahead of what's next. Be right here now, strong in that standing foot. Flex and activated through the left foot that's hooked. Front ribs soften together and down, strong core. Option to bring the left foot into the hip crease, sending the hips way back. Maybe beginning to bend forward, fingertips to the floor. Come up onto the tippy toes of that right foot, sitting all the way down onto that right heel. Wrap the shoulders back. Strengthen the core, find your drishti, your fixed eyes. Maybe lifting palm to palm. Breathe more for 3. Deep Ujjayi breath, 2. Soften the jaw, inhale. Exhale, fingers to the floor. Inhale, lengthen that right knee, rising all the way up the way we came out, releasing the left foot to the floor. Give them a little shake. Inhale, fingers high. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold, release down. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the palms, walk or float, high to low push-up. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Right away, drop the back heel. Inhale, rise up, hero 2. Flip the front palm, reverse, reverse. Right fingers reach to the sky. And as we exhale, coming into side angle, right elbow to right knee. Left fingers to the sky. Here our tailbone is reaching down towards our bottom heel. Heart is reaching open and back. Right fingers are flexed and activated. Left bicep to ear. Option to bring right fingertips to the floor. If it's available, reverse your top palm. Bringing back of the hand to the sacrum. Maybe catching onto the inner right thigh. Or coming into a full bind. More breath. Reach the top shoulder, open and back. Root down through the outer edge of the back foot. 3, 2, 1. Release both hands to the outside of both front foot. Lift the back heel. Hop the back foot in about halfway. And heel toe your right foot slightly wide. Bring one hand to your low spine and rock your weight forward and back. And just notice the hips shifting. Find that place where they're even. Keep the hips there and then bring fingertips back to the floor, inhaling, heart forward. Exhale, stay exactly as you are if this is already feeling like a big opener. Or you can begin to hinge the body forward. Working towards draping the belly to thigh, forehead towards shin. Where can you soften? Where can you breathe more deeply, bring more space? Staying here for another couple of breaths, there's an option to stay exactly as you are, or reverse your fingers, walking them back, creating a little tripod with your tented fingertips and your front foot. Root down through the front foot, press into the left fingers, and lift the back heel to the butt. 3, 2, 1. Back foot back to the floor. Front hands to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bring the back knee to the floor, coming into a low lunge. Walk the back knee slightly. Yeah. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Flowing like this. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders reach back and down. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, heart forward, pausing here. Press down through the back shin. You can stay just like this, fingertips on the floor, or bring right hand, then left hand onto the front thigh. Gently press the right thigh away from you, reaching shoulders down the spine. Where are your eyes? What's going on with your breath? Soften the jaw. Inhale, option to reach fingers high. Exhale, either bring fingertips to the floor or sink the hips back, eventually bringing fingertips ahead of you, all the way down into the mat. Think about squaring the hips, and without actually moving, imagine you're dragging this front heel back towards your body. This is going to help activate the inner thighs, really squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Flex the front toes back towards you. Staying here for a few breaths. This is a great place to stay. For me, I'm like, wow, this is really opening up through the hamstring. But if you need more, you can begin to walk this front foot forward. Walk the left knee back, working your way towards a full split. If you're working towards a full split and you've got like a block or a prop around, you can slide it underneath this bottom hip, with the goal of, again, keeping the hips square, tailbone sinking down towards the floor. Wherever you choose to be, go there with breath. Go there with full compassion for your body, really just listening to what your body's asking for. One more inhale wherever you are. As we exhale, come forward onto the front foot, releasing out of that full split if you've made your way there. Both hands to either side of front foot, hook the back toe. Inhale, reach right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Drop the back heel right away, peel open, hero two. Flip the front palm, reverse your hero, inhale here. Exhale, right elbow to knee. Side angle, right fingers reach to the sky. So a good indicator that this is a great place to stay is if you already notice heart tipping forward, butt tipping back. You want to just work on drawing the tailbone down, peeling this top right shoulder open and back, like you're leaning on an imaginary wall behind you. Press the bottom elbow into the knee, really creating space and activation. Either stay just like this or reverse the top palm, bringing the hand to the low spine, maybe hooking onto the left thigh. Option to bring the left fingertips to the floor or a block. Again, stay just like this in a half bind, or maybe make your way to a full bind. Continuing to reach the tailbone towards the back heel. Right shoulder wraps open. More breath, inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in. As we exhale, release both hands to either side of front foot. Lift the back heel, hop the back foot in about halfway. Inhale, lift the heart. Bring one hand to the low back, rocking the weight forward and back between feet. Find that place where your hips are square, and then bring fingertips back to the floor. So right now there's space between the tracks of your feet, so heels are not in line, and your back foot is pointing at maybe like 2 o'clock. Again, inhale, heart forward. Either stay or exhale, begin to bring belly towards thigh, crown of the head towards the front shin. Working towards pressing both feet into the floor, squaring the hips. More breath. Either stay exactly as you are, rooting weight into the ball mound of the big toe of the front foot. All the back foot is pressing down. Or reverse your fingertips, walking them behind you, creating a triangle between your front foot and your two hands. Press into the back fingertips, into the front foot. Exhale. Draw the right heel in towards the butt. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Release right foot back down to the floor. Both hands to either side of front foot. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, release the back knee down and walk it back slightly, coming into a low lunge. Back toes can be hooked or unhooked, really whatever you prefer. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, sink the hips back. Inhale, forward. Space across the shoulders. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, flow forward. Pausing here, really sink the hips low. Wrap the shoulders back, lift the crown of the head to the sky. Stay just like this or bring left hand, then right hand to the top of the thigh. Shrug the shoulders down and away from the ears, pressing the front knee away from you. Fixed eyes. Deep breath. Inhale, option to extend fingers to the sky. And as we exhale, either bring fingers to the floor or, without hands, slowly begin to hinge the body forward, eventually bringing the fingertips down to the mat. Breathe space into the back of that extended leg, flexing the left toes back towards the body. And these poses of stillness are where we really have an opportunity to observe our brain, observe our thinking patterns, how we respond to maybe physical challenge or maybe the thought of boredom. Using every opportunity to come back to the breath, come back to the body. If you worked your way towards a full split on the first side, do so here as well. Crawling the left heel forward. Maybe bringing a prop or a block underneath that left hip. There's no gold star for making your way into any particular pose. It's all about listening to your own body. One more full breath in. Exhale, slowly begin to make your way out of that full split if you've made your way there. Dragging that left heel back. Plant both palms, hook the back toe, lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, both feet to the floor. Full deep inhale. Soften the knees. Exhale, walk or float. Feet forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, fingers high. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Preparing for a balancing pose, bring the feet together. Feel the weight even through both feet, and then root all the weight into the left standing foot. Left hand to the left hip, inhale, right knee into the palm. The goal here is to keep the hips nice and even, so if you notice one hip lifting, you just drop it down and go back to any pose that you came to, or that you came out of. Keep flexed and activated through the front foot. Option to stay here or reach down, catching onto the outside edge or the big toe of the front foot, maybe extending that leg long. Inhale here. Again, either stay or exhale, open leg or knee wide. Maybe bringing the left fingers wide. More breath. Long spine. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, leg or knee back to center.
We're going to take our left palm, either bringing it to the outside of the knee or switching the grip on the extended leg. Right fingers reach back. Keep the right hip dropping down towards the floor. Option to walk the gaze towards the back thumb. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center, bend through the right knee. Fingers reach high, inhale. Exhale, right heel kicks back, coming into gracious hero 3. Option to have hands to heart, or you can extend the arms forward. One more full breath in. Exhale, fingers to the floor, step the right foot back, flow through your vinyasa, high to low. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale. Soften the knees, gaze forward, walk or float. Feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down to rise, fingers reach high. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Right hand to the right hip. Root down through the right foot. Inhale, left knee into the left palm. Flex through the left foot. Jasper was just like really intensely nesting in a giant beanbag we have. I'm sorry to interrupt you for that, but I had to. Either stay just like this, or bring the left fingers to between the big and second toe. Maybe extend the left leg long. But only if the left hip stays dropped and the spine is long. Inhale here. Exhale, option to bring leg or knee wide. Maybe extending right palm wide as well. Walking the gaze towards the right thumb. Think about the two tips of the shoulder blades coming together and down the spine. Front ribs knit together. One more breath in. Exhale here. Inhale back to center. Switch the grip on either the foot or the knee. Left fingers reach back. More breath in. More breath out. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale to center, bend through the front knee. And as we exhale, hinge forward, kick the left heel back. Gracious hero 3, Halasana. Wrap the shoulder blade tips together and towards the tailbone. Lift the belly into the spine. One more breath in. Exhale, release hands to the floor. Step the left foot back. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling, chest forward. Exhaling, hips back. Full breath in. Exhale, release the knees to the floor. Toes can stay hooked or unhooked. And we're going to come into Camel Pose, and if you're not familiar with this, feel free to just watch for a quick second. Again, your toes can be hooked or unhooked. If you have your toes hooked though, it does bring your heels a little bit closer, so if you're new to camel, hooked toes might be ideal. From here, I'm going to bring my hands to my low spine, fingers pointing up. Wrap my elbows back and reach my heart up and open. So shoulders reaching back, heart lifting. From the side, you'll notice my goal is to keep my hips directly over my knees. Inhale, lift the heart. Keep the hips pressing forward. And as we exhale, you'll begin to hinge the hips, the torso back, pressing the hips forward over the knees. Continue to wrap the elbows towards one another behind you. If it's available, you can walk the hands back, catching onto the tops of the heels. More breath. Option to drop the chin back for 3, 2, 1. If you caught the feet, hands back to the low spine. Inhaling to slowly lift up. Keep the chin in line with the sternum, drop the hips to the heels. Hands to the thighs, taking a moment to ground. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last camel, rising back up onto the knees. Toes hooked or unhooked. Hands to the low back. Wrap the elbows and shoulders together. Inhale, lift the heart. Tailbone reaches down, beginning to reach the heart up and back to whatever extent is available for you today. More breath. Option to drop the chin behind you. 3. Press the hips forward more. 2. 1. Slowly rise up. Gently release the hips back towards the heels. Hands to the thighs. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, side out. Swing the legs all the way around, coming all the way onto the back. Walk the heels in towards the body so the fingers can just barely brush the backs of the heels. And take a peek up at the knees. They're about shoulder width distance wide. Coming into bridge pose, we're going to press down through the heels. Imagine that the heels are dragging back towards the body. And on our inhale, we're going to begin to lift the hips, reaching the tailbone between the knees, lifting the hips directly to the sky. Option to wrap the arms underneath you, clasping the hands beneath the base of the spine. Chin and sternum stay in line, lifting the heart to the chin for 3. Lift the hips more, 2. Reach the tailbone between the knees, squeeze the knees in. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side is one option. Or if it feels better, you can heel toe the feet wide as the mat, and let the knees drop in. Second set, heel toe the feet back to hip bones distance. Fingertips brush the backs of the heels. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the hips. Opposite hand may be clasping on top, underneath the hips. Either stay just like this, or in the next inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, release. Inhale, both hips to the sky. And exhale, slowly lower down. Heel toe the heels nice and wide, knees drop in towards one another. Last back bend, option to come into a final bridge. If you've got a block, you can prop it up underneath your sacrum, coming into a supported bridge, which I'll show you. Or if full wheel is part of your practice, you can come into full wheel. We're going to bring our 2 feet hip bones distance. If you're coming into supported bridge, we're going to come in the same way that we came the first time, bringing a block directly underneath the little dots of your low back. If you're coming into full wheel, we're going to bring fingers pointing towards the elbows, hands alongside the ears. Wrap the elbows in towards the chest. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the hips, coming to the crown of the head first. Again, wrapping the elbows in towards your center line. If this feels like enough, this is a great place to start. Otherwise, we're going to lift the heart. Continue to wrap elbows in towards center line, thinking about reaching the heart down towards the floor. Continue to draw the knees in. 3. If you need more space, come up onto tippy toes for 2. One more full breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. All the way down, nice and slow. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide, and Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to belly, one hand to heart center. Feel the belly and the heart rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Full breath out. Extend the left leg long, and from here, draw the right knee into the chest, giving it a gentle squeeze. Really nice and easy to start. If this feels really good, you can stay just like this, squeezing the knee in towards the heart. Otherwise, we're gonna catch the outside of the right foot, or if you've got like a strap or a cloth or something nearby, you can hook onto the foot with that. And extend the right leg long. Bring the left hand to the top of the left hip. Inhale here. As we exhale, open the right leg wide, just until the body starts to tip, and then you'll stop. Opening up through the right groin, activating through the outer right hip. Keep the left heel pushing down in towards the floor. One more full breath in, full breath out. Using the core, inhale, leg or knee back to the sky. Take your left palm to the outside of the right foot now. Right palm flat on the floor in like a T position. Inhale here. And as we exhale, now begin to bring the right foot all the way across the body, eventually making your way into a long leg supine twist. Think about reaching the right hip down towards the bottom heel, creating space from the right shoulder to the right hip. Long line in the side body. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more deep inhale. Deep exhale. On the next inhale, slowly make your way back to center. Leg extends to the sky, and then release it down. Hips scoot back to center if they've moved, and then switch sides, drawing the left knee into the heart. Again, option to stay here for the next several breaths as we extend the leg if you don't want to do that. Otherwise, we're going to extend the left leg to the sky. Catch the left foot with the left palm, right hand to the right hip. Inhale here, and as we exhale, open the left knee, or the left leg as wide as you can, keeping the right shoulder grounded. Full breath in. Full breath out. Press the left foot into the hand as you stretch it wide. And this might expand the opening in the left groin. One more breath in here. One more exhale. As we inhale, use the core and the strength of the leg to lift it long. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot, left arm wide into a T. Inhale here, and exhale, slowly make your way into a long leg supine twist. More breath. Space across the left side body. One more inhale here. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, draw both knees into the chest, giving them a squeeze. Preparing for shoulder stand, if this is part of your practice and you're already familiar with it, come into it anytime. Otherwise, feel free to take a pause and just watch, and then I'll walk you through it one more time. From here, I'm going to rock my knees up, and right away bring my hands to my low spine. Walking my elbows in towards one another as close as I can, and walking my hands as close to my shoulder blades as I can. The goal here eventually is to have my hips and my shoulders and my knees all in one line. From here, you can begin to extend the feet to the sky, bringing the feet into a floint. So the big toe mounds are pointing up while the toes are flexing back. I'm going to pitch my heels slightly forward as I lift my hips towards the front of my mat. Breathing deep. Chin and chest stay together. When we're ready to come out, we'll release the toes overhead, making our way towards Halasana plow pose. If the toes reach the floor, you can extend the arms overhead, catching onto the outsides of the feet. From plow, we're going to draw the knees down towards the ears, coming into deaf man's pose. Eventually, slowly releasing all the way down to the floor, bringing the soles of the feet together and knees wide. So from here, in case you are watching and you're coming into it now, we'll bring the knees together. Use the hands to help press the hips up, walking the hands all the way up the spine towards the shoulders. This is a great place to stay if you're just starting, with the knees towards the forehead in a nice little egg shape. Otherwise, you can begin to extend the feet to the sky. Pressing the heels towards the bottom edge of the mat, hips towards the back edge of the mat. Full breath in. When you're ready, release the toes overhead, coming into Halasana. Maybe touching the outside edges of the feet. Keep breathing. Fix your eyes. When you're ready, bring the knees around the ears, hands back to the low spine. Again, slowly releasing out, coming all the way onto the back. One more time, meeting in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. If there are any more poses that your body is asking you for, now is a great time to take them. Otherwise, from our Supta Baddha, begin to extend a foot to each corner of the mat. Toes naturally falling out to the sides. Gently lift the heart, drawing the shoulder blades together and placing it back down. Lift the back of the skull, tucking the chin, and placing the head back down, nice and long through the entire spine. Palms alongside the body, facing up. Fingers naturally curling in towards the palms. Allow the eyes to close if that feels okay. Soften the jaw. Know that there is nothing to change. There is nothing to fix. Everything is exactly as it should be. And you are perfect exactly as you are. Begin to bring little movements back into the fingers, wiggling through the toes, rolling out through the wrists and the ankles, and very gently rocking the head from side to side. When you're ready, extend fingers overhead, coming into a full body stretch. And when you're ready, draw the knees into the chest, giving them a little squeeze. With eyes still closed, roll over to one side or the other, using the bottom arm as a pillow. Eventually pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Feel the sitting bones ground down. Feel the spine stacking one vertebra at a time, crown of the head extending to the sky. Take a moment to recall your intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Take a full cleansing breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Hands to heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll close our practice with one unifying Om. Full deep breath in. Bring thumbs to third eye point between the eyebrows. The divine light in me greets and acknowledges the divine light in each of you. Namaste. Namaste.